This is the HEF shifter bushing kit for the 2nd Gen Eclipse. So the reason why I am upgrading my shifter bushings is basically I've been having a lot of abnormal play in the shifter on the car. About 2 months ago I ended up switching the shifter cable bushings to the Torque Solutions shifter cable bushings, but didn't have much luck with it. So basically guys, for us to get down to the bushings and everything, we have to basically just take this piece off and then take the boot off, and then everything should be there for us to take apart. So guys, I actually have the install video right here, so I'm basically just going to be referencing the install video the entire time. So it should be a fairly straightforward install, so let's get into it. So guys, to take the actual dash off, what you're going to have to do is there's a screw right here, and then there's another screw on this side directly on the other side, and then we have 2 screws right here that you have to remove as well. So guys, I actually am having some difficulty taking the dash off. Basically there's some glue that's holding in this USB port right here, and then on the other side there's another screw, so you should be able to get that off. So guys, my camera actually stopped recording, but we did manage to get the whole centerpiece out, so now we can actually get started on this install. Guys, I think the hardest part of this whole install is probably going to be getting that back in. So if you guys didn't know, I am actually the 5th owner to this car, and you can kind of tell just by the way everything looks. Got the doubled-in stereo, the old cigarette lighter, and we got the new stereo cable system. But here it is guys, basically. Here's the base bushings around here, and then we're going to be changing all this stuff out. So this is more of like a vlog, honestly, installation video. So if you guys actually want to know how to do this on your 2nd Gen Eclipse, be sure to go down in the description. I'll have the link for the instructions down below. Guys, these bolts are definitely putting up a fight. Holy crap. This bolt is just not coming off. I'm gonna put some PB Blaster on this thing. Guys, look at this bushing. Absolutely destroyed. Guys, this bottom right bolt is still being a pain in the butt to get off, but I'm gonna try the opening wrench and see if it works. I don't think you guys understand what this vehicle really entails when it comes to the amount of effort and how much stuff can just go wrong with this car. Basically, everything's decent for the most part, but the bottom left base bushing bolt snapped in the thread housing. the bolt on the right wouldn't even come out, so I couldn't even replace the bushings. I replaced the bushings on the left, top left. The top right bushings were just like melted and stuck to the metal, and I couldn't even pry them off. And I replaced some other bushings and stuff in there, but you know, didn't do all that I wanted to do. This is 100% gonna be a future project. Like, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of parts and just take everything apart and redo everything, take that broken bolt out, and you know, figure things out. Guys, the shifter job is definitely going to be like something that I have to focus on in the future. Right now my focuses are to do something next week. I haven't told you guys yet, but something next week is happening for the Eclipse. Haven't told you guys yet. Stay tuned for that video. But yeah, the shifters is just gonna have to be a project for a future date. As far as it's right now, the shifter works good enough to, you know, get the car to where I need to get it to, and you know go on cruises and What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Obviously this is like months later. I think it's like April 11th, Thursday night, April 11th, and I have some unfortunate news for you guys. So basically, the last clips that you guys saw, it was kind of me doing an install on the Eclipse, doing a shifter base bushing install for my Eclipse, and it didn't go too well. Like I said in the previous clips, the bolt on the bottom left of the base bushing, the shifter base, ended up snapping in the thread housing, and then the other actual bushings were just stuck, like they've been there forever and they had not been switched out. So yeah, that basically didn't go well, and I had a segment in that video for you guys where I told you that I was going to have a surprise for you in a future video. And basically what that surprise was going to be is I was getting the car tuned, right? So I know it's been a while since you guys had seen the car. The car was fresh repainted. I know before you guys saw the car was not repainted, so the car had a fresh paint job on it, and then ended up going with an Evo 3 16G turbo upgrade, big 16G turbo, not a big turbo, but it's big 16G turbo. You know, FP race manifold, fully 3-inch catless downpipe, 3-inch catless catback system. Everything was straight pipe. We went with a fuel pressure regulator, 255 Walbro fuel pump, and then some other goodies for supporting mods. And then we ended up actually tuning the car. Right, and this is basically where the story goes downhill. Basically, guys, everything from here just kind of went downhill. So we went with the Evo 3 big 16G turbo, went with all the supporting fuel mods, the fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, injectors, everything. We had everything, like a new O2 housing, 3-inch catless system, no resonators, no mufflers, no nothing. Like ported turbo, everything was good to go. And we actually ended up going to get the car dyno tuned. It dropped about 308 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, which was pretty quick in that car. And I would say I got to enjoy it for about 10 to 15 minutes before, you know, we ended up blowing a hole in the block, right? So we ended up blowing a hole in the block probably like 10 minutes away from the tuner shop, right? And I got the car towed from the highway to the tuner shop because I wasn't gonna go all the way back home. If you guys don't know, I live in Marietta and I was in Santee at the time, so that would have been like an hour tow, way too expensive. So I ended up getting the car towed back to the tuner shop. He said I can have it there for a little bit. And then this is where the plot kind of twists again, right? So we ended up parking the car on the side of the street. It was like right next to the tuner shop, but my guy that actually worked on the car, he had a shop in Ramona, and he consistently came down to Santee to not only kick it with the tuner and do stuff with him, but to check on my car and make sure everything was good. And I believe it was last Wednesday, he ended up telling me like, hey man, like, did you tow your car? Like, your car's not here. Did you tow it back or whatever? And I was like, no. And at that moment, it hit me like my car most likely got stolen. So, you know, I hopped on the phone with the sheriff's department in the area. I was like, hey, do you guys have this Eclipse, this VIN number, this license plate number? And they were like, no, we don't have it. Called them the next day. We don't have it. I would recommend you file a stolen police report. So, ended up filing a stolen police report. Hit up a few buildings around the area. They sent me the security cam footage, and unfortunately, guys, the Eclipse was stolen. It was stolen. This was a situation where it was very preventable, and I could have definitely changed the outcome of this situation, but I definitely learned a huge lesson in this chapter of my life. You know, it's unfortunate that this happened, but you know, you can't just leave your car on the side of the street, even if it's next to your tuner shop. You know, it's sitting there with a blown engine. You think no one's gonna touch it, right? You know, unfortunately, you know, they went ahead and took advantage of an opportunity. So, yeah, guys, basically that's why you haven't been seeing me for a while. Kind of been doing a lot of work to the car behind the scenes, but unfortunately, you know, can't really show that to you guys because the car was stolen. Other than that, my plans for the future. I definitely want to put out Eclipse content for you guys, or content for, you know, whatever platform I decide to go with. In the future, I definitely want to cop like a WRX or maybe an STI Civic Type R as a daily, and just, you know, go ham on that, make some videos for you guys on that. But I definitely will not give up on the Eclipse content. If you guys don't already know, this is one. So yeah, guys, the camera actually cut out, but like I was saying, I'm gonna try and put out the most content I possibly can for you guys, whether it's car meets, car shows, whatever it may be. Try my best to put out the most content I can for you guys without a car. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make it work, and I'm gonna put out some good content for you guys. I'm actually talking to someone right now about an Eclipse. He's selling it, and my personal opinion, I think it's a little bit too high for what for what the car is. It does need a lot of cosmetic work like my previous one did, so I'm trying to get him down on that. If I can get him to a good price, I will try my best to see it through, but if not, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's kind of all about God's timing. It's hard because, you know, I am a car enthusiast. I've loved cars since I was a very young kid, and, you know, it feels like, you know, it's everything to me. And, you know, when I don't have it, it feels like a part of me is missing. So I'm trying my best to kind of fill that void, I guess you could say, but, you know, kind of gotta, you know, focus on other areas of my life and get right, you know, as a man in other areas to, you know, before I start, you know, pushing really hard into this stuff. But, yeah, guys, just wanted to keep you guys updated. My camera keeps turning off, but like I was saying, for you guys that do care about what's going on with the car progress, this video was for you guys. Like I said, unfortunate situation, but, you know, I do plan on recovering from this. This will not be the last time you guys hear from me. I definitely will, you know, be back with something good for you guys. Something else I kind of wanted to touch on. But yeah, guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments below what kind of content you guys want to see, maybe what kind of car you guys want to see next. I kind of do have some ideas on what I want to get, what I want to show you guys. But like I said, I'm definitely going to be getting another Eclipse. I feel like it's a platform in the car out there that doesn't get a whole lot of love. It has a lot of hate towards it, but you just don't see it that often. And it's like, it's always been the car I've wanted because I've always sought out to be different in the car community. Like, you know, I love Germans, I love Japanese, I love all these type of cars, right? But I know you guys can agree with me, and you guys know what I'm talking about when we really see a lot of the same cars, you know, nowadays. And don't get me wrong, I like the B58s, I like the Supras, the G80s, the F80s, the G8X, whatever you want, whatever chassis, Ford Mustang GTs, the Camaros, all of them, the Hellcats, I love it all. But you know, we kind of see the same stuff, you know, rinse and repeat, same, you know, bag, static GR86 builds, FRS. Like, although I love those cars and I really want to own those cars and I want to feature those cars on the channel for you guys, it's just, I felt like, for me, I wanted to start off with the Eclipse to kind of separate myself and be different from everybody else and what they're doing. But like I said, no shade to any of those creators, any of those people that put that kind of content out. I most likely follow them, and I do love their content. So yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. I know it's kind of a weird note to wrap up on, but yeah, like I said previously, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.